Hello, good afternoon. Welcome back to Which Way Now. Come indoors today because it's a bit windy outside. So we're just going to crack on. Today we're going to get serious. We're going to get down to business. We're going to delve into the Bible and get into the meat of our subject, which is John chapter 14, verse 6, and the big claims of Jesus. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the big I am, because that's who Jesus said he was. He claimed to be the big I am. Now, names are important. They tell us something about ourselves, and we can look at a name, and every name has a meaning. My name has a meaning. My name is Norman, and I have discovered that my name means man of the north, or Norseman, which is always a bit strange to me because I was born in the suburbs of London and I've always lived in the south. So why am I called Man of the North? Well, it turns out that my dad liked a cycling company called Norman, so I'm named after a cycling company. But hey ho, that is what it is. Thanks, Dad. I am named Norman. If we go to our Bible, there are 955 different names for God. We just say God, but there are 955 different names, different titles for God found in the Bible. And each name and each title tells us something about God, about who he is and about his character. And that's where we want to get going today. We want to find out who Jesus really is. Now, the name Jesus itself, that means the Lord saves. Actually, Jesus, the word Jesus, is an English name, or it's an English version of a Hebrew name. The original Hebrew name is Yeshua, where we get Joshua, but we've anglicised that and turned it into Jesus. I don't think Jesus minds, but the original one is Yeshua. And some Christians prefer that, and they worship Jesus as Yeshua even today. But there's more to it than that. In our Bible, in the Gospel of John, Jesus made 7, not one, that we're going to look at today, but actually 7 big I am claims. He said, I am this, I am that. And each one tells us something about him. So I'll quickly run through them so that you get the idea. The first time Jesus said, I am, he said, I am the bread of life. He said, I will provide all you need for life. Come to me and you will be sustained. The second one Jesus said was, I am the light of the world. Imagine that. He's claiming to be all you need to see your way around this world. He is saying, I am the light of the world. The third one, Jesus said, I am the door, or I am the gateway. And if you enter through me, you will be saved. That's a big statement. Number 4, Jesus said, I am the good shepherd. He was claiming to look after us, care for us. There was more to it. He said he was going to lay down his life for the sheep. So that's a very big claim. The 5th one gets even bigger. He said, I am the resurrection and the life. Another big claim. Whoever believes in me, he said, will never die. Another big claim. The 6th one is the one we're looking at during this series of posts. And that's where Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father unless they come through me. And lastly, the 7th time he made the big I am claim, he said, I am the vine, you are the branches. He's saying, stay connected, be fruitful. He said, apart from me, you can't do anything anyway. So I am the vine. Now, these are big claims, monster big claims. I mean, who does Jesus think he is? He is certainly claiming to be the big I am. You know, anybody ever claimed to be the big I am, it was Jesus. But there's even more going on here. And to find out what that is, we need to go further back into our Bible. We need to delve right back to close to the beginning. If you look at your Bible, we're in Gospel of John. Put a bit of paper in it, it's there. Okay, that's the Gospel of John. Actually, a good way through the Bible towards the end. But we're going to go all the way back to near the beginning. to another book that's called Exodus and tell a little story because it's important and it relates. You'll find that the Bible hangs together. People think it's written over many years, and it is, but it hangs together. It supports each other. Now, in this story, in Exodus, God had his own people, the Israelite people, the Hebrew people, and that they were in slavery in Egypt. And God wanted to rescue them from slavery in Egypt, bring them out of the land, set them free, and give them their own land. And he commissioned a guy called Moses, you may have heard of Moses, to go to Pharaoh, who was in charge of Egypt, and demand the release of his slave force, his free workforce. Demand that he release the Israelites to go away. Now, Moses really wasn't sure that he was the right guy for the job. He thought there'd be somebody better. I mean, he even had a speech impediment. And sometimes he got his words wrong. I know what that feels like. Now, he complained to God. And he said, when I go to my own people and say, follow me, I'm going to take you out of here, they're going to say, who are you and who sent you? Now, God's answer to Moses was very, very strange. So strange, I want to read it to you from Exodus. So, crumbs, I think I need my glasses. So, Exodus, Moses said to God, suppose I go to the Israelites and say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you. And they ask me, what's his name? Then what should I tell them? God said to Moses, I am who I am. Don't ask me the big questions, in other words. This is what you are to say to the Israelites. I am has sent me to you. So those two tiny little words, I am, actually became a name for God. I am has sent me to you. So this became a recognizable name for God that went down through the ages. So many years later, in fact, thousands of years later, when a guy turns up in Jerusalem and makes big claims and starts it by saying, I am, what he was actually saying in their ears was his claim to be God himself. He said, I am has arrived. I am doing these things. And he made not one, but 7 great big statements about who he was, claiming to be God. This is why they wanted to kill him. They thought it was the worst thing going. So listen to those I am statements again. And this time, realize that every time Jesus said them, he was claiming to be God. He said, I am the bread of life, everything you need. I am the light of the world. I am the door, the gateway for salvation. I am the good shepherd. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. And I am the vine. You are the branches. So Jesus was making some monster big statements, and we need to consider that very carefully. Please don't tell me that Jesus was just a nice guy, saying nice things and doing good things. Nice guys don't make big claims like that. The sort of people who make big claims like that usually end up locked away somewhere. Madmen, people who are disturbed in their brain, they make claims like that, claiming to be God and to be able to have all this power. But not nice guys, they don't do that. Bad men, they make claims like that. Con men, people after your money, people after power and influence and authority. Well, all it got for Jesus was him crucified. So I don't think that was his goal. So we have to decide, who do you think Jesus is? I know who I think Jesus is, but who do you think Jesus is? Was he mad? Was he bad? Was he a con man? Or was he exactly who he claims to be? We've got to work this out all for ourselves. Maybe, like me, you'll think he was the real deal. But I'm asking you, who do you think Jesus is? And we're going to proceed from this point and take Jesus at his word and say, Jesus is exactly who he said he was. God himself. God came down to earth on a mission. And we're going to look at that mission and we're going to look at his words. And the next time we talk, we're going to look at the first part of that statement. He said, I am the way. So we're going to get in and then look a little bit closer at that word, the way. It's my favourite word in the Bible, well, one of them anyway. So thank you for listening for these short minutes. Join us again, hopefully in a few days, when we start to look more closely at exactly who Jesus said he was. Thank you very much.